In our Nissan Almera review, I said, a new disruptor in the form of a Hyundai Grand i10 sedan has recently been introduced, and if things go well, I should be able to review one. And true to that promise, the boy delivered. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a review of South Africa's best-selling Hyundai, the Grand i10. The difference here, however, is that this one comes with a boot. If you want this car or any other Hyundai, pop by Westval Secunda and ask for Sandile. He will be more than happy to assist you. The model you see on screen right now is the Hyundai Grand i10 Fluid Sedan, and in this video we will be reviewing its design, its interior and practicality, how it drives, and its price. Without wasting any time, let's jump right into it. Since its inception, the Grand i10 has not changed much, going from this to this to this. Basically, Hyundai is sending a very clear message that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. For those who are die-hard fans of the hatchback, worry not. It still exists and we'll try to get one on the channel, but for now, we're gonna focus on the sedan. Up front you have a split grille and daytime running lights. Down the side you have 15-inch alloy wheels and indicator repeaters in the side mirrors. And round the back you have these lights which, in my opinion, look great when they are switched on. My brain is still trying to get used to seeing this front end and then seeing a boot attached to this car. But it was kind of the same thing with the release of cars like the Kia Pegas and the Suzuki Dzire. It's nowhere near ugly, but it will take some getting used to. But what are your thoughts on the design of this car? Would you go for this Hyundai Grand i10 sedan, or do you still like the hatchback more? Let me know in the comment section below, and while you're at it, please like, share and subscribe. Do all of those YouTube things, I really do appreciate it. Moving to the front seat, and this car has a premium feel about it. You have a leatherette steering wheel with red stitching, and it has controls for your infotainment system and cruise control. Speaking of infotainment system, you have this 8-inch touchscreen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and this system is quick to respond, but the strangest thing about it is its name, McLaren. Yes, the spelling isn't quite the same, but yeah, it's cool to dream, no? On this screen you'll also see visuals from your reverse camera. By no means is it the clearest, but to get a reverse camera at this price point as standard is amazing. Down here you have manual controls for your air conditioning, and further down you have 3 different ways of charging, namely USB, USB-C and a 12-volt socket. On your right there's not much to see except this button which folds in your mirrors Mercedes-Benz style if you want to squeeze into tight spaces. In terms of practicality, you have a big glove box with some space above it, a small space over here for your coins, and a tray under your charging ports. You also have cup holders in each door bin and unequally sized cup holders in the middle. Hyundai really tried to liven up this cabin with this two-tone coloring on the dashboard, some red highlights, and some vinyl trim on the seats. I'm curious to see if these trimmings stand the test of time, but for now, they look great. Moving to the back seat, and much like many cars in this segment, it's decently spacious. Legroom and knee room are adequate, and headroom is not a problem because this is not a sedan that poses to be a coupe. In terms of practicality, you have pouches behind the front seats, cup holders and space in each door bin, air vents, and one USB slot for charging. If you're looking for niceties such as armrests in the middle with cup holders, go buy a Bentley. Otherwise, this car is good for small families and for the e-hailing business. Moving to the boot, and you have 402 liters of space in here. To put this into context, the boot in the Nissan Almera is about 20% larger, so depending on your needs and those of your passengers, you will decide if this is a deal breaker or not. One nice feature you'll find in here is a light, but there's no trickery like hooks or nets to hold on to your precious cargo. Perhaps the biggest shocker is the fact that you can't tip these seats down for more space. A redeeming factor is that you have this downsized spare wheel. It's not a Murray biscuit, but it doesn't have the same alloy wheel design that you'll find on the rest of the car. Overall, this boot is relatively big considering the dimensions of this small vehicle. Under the hood, you'll find a 1.2-liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine putting out 61 kilowatts of power and 140 Newton meters of torque. Given these figures, this car is claimed to go from standstill to 100 kilometers per hour in 12.3 seconds and go into a top speed of 167 kilometers per hour. Fuel consumption is claimed to be 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers, but with light driving around the city, I managed to get a figure of 4.8 liters per 100 kilometers, which is absolutely amazing. Out on the open road, this car is an absolute pleasure to drive. The light steering action makes it easy to maneuver in and around town, and that 5-speed manual transmission gives you silky smooth shifts. The suspension negotiates unevenness very well, and the engine gives off a decent sound without being intrusive. Standard safety kit includes ISOFIX points, 2 airbags, park distance control, and many more features. Whether you're looking to use this car for short or long trips, it's a pleasant place to be both for the driver and passengers. So, what's the damage? When you buy a brand new Hyundai Grand i10 Fluid Sedan Manual similar to the one you see on screen, expect to pay 279,900 Rand. If you are looking to finance that over 72 months at an interest rate of 11.75% with no deposit and no balloon payments, expect your monthly installments to be 5,450 Rand a month. Add 2 full tanks of petrol and your monthly cost should come up to around 7,100 Rand. When you buy a brand new Hyundai Grand i10 sedan, it comes standard with a 1-year 15,000 kilometer service plan and an impressive 7-year 200,000 kilometer warranty. Honestly, they shouldn't even call that a service plan because, it's gonna be one service anyway. So, what are my final thoughts on the Hyundai Grand i10 sedan? If you compare it to the likes of the Nissan Almera, it's a complete class act as it's cheaper, lighter on fuel, and feels much better to drive. But when you compare it to Suzuki's Desire, it looks pricey. For those who see a car as just a means of transport, this Grand i10 sedan might seem a bit excessive. But when you consider the fact that it comes standard with features such as reverse camera, cruise control, and a touchscreen infotainment system, you can see where your money's going. This sedan model will definitely build on the 1,000 examples of the hatchback being sold every month in South Africa, and should especially get the attention of e-hailing platform drivers looking for a smaller, more efficient car. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, take care and stay driven. When I first saw these two buggies, the first thing that came to mind was, oh gosh, it's Major League. Sometimes I question how my brain works.